We're standing at Beach 104th Street and Rockaway Freeway. If you take a look around here, this is a very dangerous spot. It's historically dangerous. Being a local resident of the Rockaways, I used to drive a taxi down here, among other places. But one of the things we did even back then is we would never let our taxi cabs drive under the L. This is Rockaway Freeway. This is the A train or S shuttle train line. This is one of the most dangerous streets on this peninsula. Unfortunately, it's also the only street that our students must cross to go from the school to the bus stop at Beach 105th Street and Rockaway Beach Boulevard, and also the A train, which is right over here behind me. As you can see, if you pan behind me here, you'll see that there aren't any sidewalks. In fact, the sidewalk that the cameraman is standing on right now is only about 4 feet wide, and that's the sidewalk that directly abuts our building. Typically, these sidewalks, in my opinion, and I'm not a professional on this, but should be approximately 10 feet wide to accommodate students during the fire drill, etc. But the biggest issue is right here. As you can see, there's a light post right in the middle of this sidewalk, and then you have a construction site with a fence partially blocking that sidewalk. That's not nearly 10 feet or even 4 feet at that location. Now when I spin around over here, you're going to see these tiger stripes. This used to be a 2-lane road. They made it 1 lane to make it safer, but in an odd way, it creates a false sense of security. Now where I'm standing is a 1-way street. Our buses, our parents who drop off students have to make a right turn here to drop off at the school, or our buses from Far Rockaway and the mainland, Richmond Hill, Ozone Park, Howard Beach, etc. They have to make the turn to go around the building to drop off on the busing side of the building. As they make this turn here, what's dangerous is vehicles traveling behind them typically veer into the tiger stripe area to pass them as they turn because people are impatient going to work. And as you can see here, this is where our students are forced to walk since there's no sidewalk. Here comes one now. I'll stop traffic since we don't have a crossing guard here today. I hope I can stop this van. Here comes one of our buses dropping off. Now we have a tractor trailer coming right behind that. So as you can see, this is a pretty treacherous spot. And our students have to walk from Beach 105th Street over here and Rockaway Beach Boulevard, across the freeway, walk along the tiger stripes, and then cross here. There's no crosswalk, no traffic light, no sidewalks. So what are they supposed to do? This is the big question. What we need is a crosswalk at Beach 105 and a traffic light. As you take a look down this Rockaway Freeway, you'll also notice all of the pillars. And that's what makes this such a dangerous road. First of all, it's called a freeway. And what do people typically do and think of when they think of freeway? They think of speeding, and that's a big problem. There are no signs here posted that indicate what the speed limit is. There's also no signs here indicating it's a school zone or that vehicles should slow down, that vehicles are turning here. One of the other safety issues with this location, if you'll take a look here, there are drain pipes. These drain pipes drain from the elevated trestle above us. They don't drain to an area that goes into a sewer grate. So what you have in warm weather and a torrential downpour out here, you'll get a ponding effect, which creates another unsafe condition on this road. In the cold weather, it forms black ice and a very dangerous slick driving surface. So in addition to that, if the students walk underneath this trestle, if you take a good look, you'll see a lot of rotting rebar. You'll see concrete pieces chipping away. This trestle's in major decay. Whether they have a plan to repair it or fix it, I don't know. I do know that currently to walk underneath it is hazardous, and also to walk next to it is hazardous because you're in the roadway where cars are turning and veering onto the tiger stripes. In addition to that, when the A train goes by or the S shuttle goes by, pebbles from the track above or gravel comes raining down sometimes on our students. Last year we had a teacher, one of our beloved teachers, been teaching 39 years. She was hit with a piece of falling plaster. Fortunately, she's not the lawsuit type. So the MTA dodged one there. Unfortunately, she wasn't hurt. But in addition, we also have students. So a student government president last year, she complained that she used to get hit by gravel in the morning when she walked on this side of the L. So we're in a lose-lose situation here unless we get some attention from the powers that be, those folks involved with moving money around and putting projects in place. We need a lot of signage, we need some sidewalks, we need a crossing guard, we need a safety overhaul of this area. The reality is, between the pillars, the high speed, the lack of notification that this is a school zone and that vehicles should heed warning and be cautious here, slow down. There's no crosswalk, no traffic light. We have a recipe for disaster. And unfortunately, one accident, if there's one accident and someone's hurt or worse, the amount of tort that will go around to the city, to the MTA, to the DOT, to possibly the DOE, the amount of tort from one lawsuit will far outweigh the cost of being proactive, saving a life, preventing injuries, will far outweigh the cost of repairing the situation. So we're doing whatever we can here at the school to be proactive, make something good happen from all of this, and we hope that people take notice, call 311 and help us out.